So I thought today, before I start inking this lovely little girl here, that I might talk quickly about some of my favorite tools, brush pens, of which there are several to choose from. There's inexpensive, such as the Pentel GFKP brush pen. It's a nice little brush pen. I really like it for carrying around in my pocket sometimes. The ink cartridges, like these here, the little plug-in cartridges, they last pretty well, and they don't dry out when the cap is on. You can keep this in your pocket for an amazing period of time, pull it off, and just start inking away without even a problem. The ink is not especially waterproof, but it's nice and black, flows nicely, and for just playing around, it's a great little brush pen, especially at $14, $15 price point, where you can find it on several different places. I'll mention that later. So that's a great little pen there. Then my personal favorite is the Kuretake brand. I'm probably pronouncing that badly. Japanese-made brush pens. They make moderately inexpensive models that run like 25-ish or so. That has a plastic body. They generally come with a nylon tip, which again is an assembly. It just unscrews, and then you plug in a cartridge and you're pretty much good to go. And then they make nicer models like this one, which have metal bodies with this one has a rubberized coating on it, which gives you a really nice grip. And this one has a Sable tip, which I like because I do a lot of inking and whatnot, and the Sable is just has more life to it than the nylon does in most cases, not in all cases. Again, some of the nylon tips are actually quite good, but what I do is, instead of using the ink cartridges that come with the Karaka, I use a platinum pen converter. And what this little goodie is a little simple device like that. You can see it's a tube, a little handle on the back, and it's got a little, when you twist it, plunger device. And you just put that down into your ink and then turn it, and it sucks ink up into it. Turn it back over, and then you would just plug your brush head on like that, screw it into your body, get it started, and then once it starts flowing with ink, it'll do very nicely. It'll work right along with you, and you can use pretty much any kind of ink you want to use. I use a Japanese brand of ink. It's made by, I can't even pronounce that. What is it? Kami or something like that. Anyways, I like this particular ink because it has a high carbon content, it seems like. So it comes out really, once I get it flowing, it'll just come out like super black. And a lot of the inks currently on the market just tend to be gray, sad inks. I don't recommend using an acrylic, like F&W acrylic ink in these, because I think that because it's so waterproof, once it dries, if it dried out on the tip, you'd ruin the Sable tip. And these Sable tips, just the head assembly alone, costs like $30. So you don't want to ruin these if you can avoid it. I personally like to own 2 or 3 of the Sable tips, have them handy, and that way I can, because they'll tend to crud up after a while, so I just wash it out real good with just warm water, and once it's all cleaned out, set it aside to let it dry really well, because the water will affect the color of the ink, and I'll just use a different tip to continue working, but honestly, so I can go a good month without having to clean the tip, take it apart and clean it and whatnot. So you could get away with owning one. I just prefer to have several, just because when I'm working, I don't want to have to stop working. So it's pretty bad on this paper, but on regular paper, once the ink is flowing, it'll give you nice clean lines without a problem. So that's the brushes that I like to use. I mean, some people like regular brushes, but I like these brush pens because you got a good grip on it, and you can work it however you like to work, and you can put it in your pocket or in your pen bag or carry it around, whatnot. I even put a bottle of ink in my big bag and carry it all around and fill it up when I need to and work wherever I want to work and don't have to worry about it much. And they're just great pens. So like I say, your choices are a nice Pentel, which is, again, a nice little sketching pen. Play around with it, get a feel for it, see if you like them. $14, no problems. $15, something like that. Then the Kuretake, if you really are into it, you can get the ones that cost like $30 or so, or you can get the ones that cost $85. And you can get the platinum converter. The pen converters, they're, I think, $11 or $12, something like that, if you want to not use the cartridges. I'd start out by using the cartridges just to, keep it cheap and get a feel for it and see how you like everything and go with there, and you're good to go. Then where to shop? I buy all my stuff for these pens at jetpens.com. Their prices are pretty reasonable. They ship really fast, and they're nice people, and you can ask them questions if you want to, and they'll give you the best answers that they can. They tend to use their products, and test them out and have demos of some of their products and whatnot, so it's a great little website. Anyways, so that's that. Have a great day, and we're going to start inking this girl pretty soon. Have a great day.